get shots of me applying the sunscreen just to make my colleagues jealous. And all that stuff off and lower the boat in gently, then put the gear in. Well, no, they're just. It would normally be 3 people. Okay, let it go. This is where we find out I didn't tie it on. That's what I was just wondering.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure if we'd been wearing dry suits, one of us would have gone and swum out to it. But,
yeah, just bring it round there, just so I can tie it onto the bumper or something.
Any questions, just fire them away.
The gas desulfurization plant over at Dax.
Right. Okay.
They use vast amounts of water, don't they? And they turn it basically into gypsum.
Okay.
Is there any effluent then comes from that into the river? Is that why you would monitor this river?
The monitoring that goes on this.
Just a little bit closer. Okay, 1, 2, 3. have a cylinder next piece.
Do you want to sort of shout out anything and notice you're doing it? Just
The system's got 6 components. The air cylinder, which is a 232 bar 15 litre diving cylinder. There's a high pressure hose which leads into the control panel regulator. The regulator reduces the pressure from cylinder pressure down to a maximum of 12 bar into a short low pressure hose section with a valve on it. That then connects together with a quick connector push sleeve fitting to a low pressure hose reel designed to cope with low pressure air but quite high volume. The rating on this hose is about 30 bar as opposed to, I believe, about 400 bar on the back high pressure hose. That then comes in to the airlift pipe itself, again via the blue high pressure. So we normally connect the high pressure fittings first on the regulator, which is just a BS standard screw thread. So that just screws on quite tight. It can be tightened with a spanner. Then we connect it on to the cylinder, the top end of the diving cylinder, which is just a DIN fitting section. The O-ring's there and the connection is completely protected inside there, so it just screws onto the cylinder. Within that connection section there's a high pressure bleed valve that allows you to bleed air out of the high pressure section to depressurise the system. And that's the system, the high pressure side connected. On the low pressure side, again we have a standard screw thread connector onto here. It's a different size, it's a larger thread on the low pressure side than on the high pressure side, so they can't be mixed up. It's labelled this side low pressure outlet. On the high pressure inlet side it's labelled as high pressure inlet maximum 232 bar, so there's no confusion there. This connection done, standard male female screw thread BSP. Connect it up again. Tightened up It can be tightened with a spanner. On the valve, it has a sleeve to stop it coming open unintentionally. So in order to open the valve, you have to lift the sleeve and open it. To close it, just close the valve and it drops back down to lock it. The low pressure short section hose then comes across the cable reel via a push fit and sleeve. So to release, pull the sleeve, and then to connect, push back on. Goes via the cable reel into another one. Brass fittings so they don't corrode, and then onto the airlift pipe. Do you want me to lift the airlift pipe up? So the airlift pipe comes in, some more connectors at the bottom of the pipe and supplies the air in at the bottom of the pipe. The regulator reduces it from tank pressure down to about 12 bar. The regulator is fitted with a pressure release valve, so if you open the valve up too far and try and allow too much pressure to come through, the system has an inbuilt pressure release valve within the system which vents inside the system. Normally when the system's pressurised, there's a slight hiss, which is just that valve operating. As you open the valve, the hiss will get slightly louder, but as the pressure, the flow settles, so will the hiss coming out of that release valve. It's just part of the operation of that. So there is a slight positive pressure leakage system associated with that pressure safety valve. So yeah, pressurising the system is just a turn of the cylinder valve. Okay. I'm a diver, so I always open the cylinder and turn it a quarter back, but some people just turn it half a turn on.
You can see it's gone up on the high pressure side.
Here's the high pressure side. And what we'd normally be aiming at for an airlift sample is we'd set the outlet to about 6 bar. See, you can see if I actually reduce the outlet pressure on this side, you can hear the release valve operating. So it's actually setting that outlet side at whatever we actually set it to. And then it will settle.